Hello and welcome back to Before You Build. I am Ariana Adireh Anderson, founder and CEO of ARIID Group. And today we will be having another conversation about flooring. We had another episode, but this is episode 2. We had so much to cover that we really had to talk more. So we have John with us.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And he is with DUCHATEAU. He is one of our suppliers. Amazing, amazing product. So we'll have another conversation about flooring.
Exciting. Let's go.
Yes. So we're going to start with this question. So as you're talking to clients or like, what do you have seen over the years? You've been in this industry forever. What is the hardest room in the house to pick flooring for?
I think you have to look at the specialty rooms, the mudrooms, the entryways, the areas that are going to take the most abuse, because wood and water don't mix. So you wouldn't put hardwood in your laundry room where you're spilling your water and your wet clothes and things like that. Mud rooms where you're coming in out of the snow or the rain, it's just not the proper place to put hardwood.
That's
So
right.
you would
So it is like, if you think about the first entry, when there's a transition from outdoor indoor, it does get the most abuse. And if we have wood floors there, we need to properly protect them.
Correct. So how do you handle flooring transitions between rooms without it look so chopped up?
Yeah. So like,
I hate
again,
that look.
if we do use different types of flooring, a lot of times we use some nice tile in the beginning, again, the transitional pieces. And then the transitions themselves, we like to use either really thin, fine metal element, especially it could be a warm wood element. And also like the doorways, the archways, like all those things can be a natural transition. But the idea is when you put in floors, it's almost like this backdrop for your entire home. If you can use it consistently throughout all of the rooms, that's what makes your home feel and look luxurious.
Correct.
So, John, what's the actual difference about flooring for like a primary bedroom, like, or versus living room? Like, what can we talk about that a little?
Yeah, good question. Because if you think about it, your great room, as I referred to on the first episode, it's going to get all your traffic. But think about when you have a dinner party, you're hanging out in your kitchen,
That's
and
right.
your kitchen flows into your living room.
That's right.
You're not hanging out in your bedroom. Your bedroom, and you're taking off your shoes typically in your bedroom, or your house slippers or whatever. So they're going to get significantly less traffic than the rest of your home.
That's right.
And that's going to be the difference.
It's all about traffic and abuse of the floor, and choosing the right um, wood floors as well is super important. Like, there's different species of wood. Some of them are harder and some of them are softer, and really understanding like your lifestyle and choosing the floors, not just for this look, but also on how you're going to live inside your home.
Correct. All right. So what do pet owners need to know before choosing their hardwood?
Well, that kind of I started talking
Yeah.
about that. But wood floors, like, if you like, I love natural wood floors, but I have a dog and I have a cat, and I love my furry pets and my furry babies, right? That would be, I would say, hey, you need to go for something that's hard, like oak.
Oak.
That's really hard wood floor. It's gonna hold up really well. But also think about incorporating that wood floor that has some of that distress almost look. So when a dog runs and scratches or something, it actually starts adding to the character of it. It doesn't take it away, but it creates more of that beautiful luxury finish. And it's not going to be, oh, there's a scratch. It's more
It
about
just blends in.
100%.
It patinas with the age of the wood.
I love that. I love it.
Absolutely.
Any special considerations for floors on stairs?
Oh, yes.
Stairs, our favorite topic, right?
Yes.
Floors and stairs.
I almost have
Talk about it.
PTSD when we talk about this. I got to tell you, I'm not a big fan of hardwood on stairs. I do think it creates a slip fall hazard, and I do think it's noisy going up and down those stairs. And believe it or not, even some pets are afraid to go up and down the stairs. So I'm a big fan of putting carpet on the stairs. However, it is a great look to have that hardwood extend right up the stairs.
Yeah.
But people just have to remember it's slip fall, it's noisy, and pets don't like it. And by the way, pets will slip downstairs too.
Well, besides, slip hazards, let's talk about another thing that we find, and we have to educate our clients and talk. And in some cases, it's easy. In some cases, not so easy. But that when we select wood floors, pre-finished wood floors, and DUCHATEAU carries a number of colors, over 100 colors,
Mhm.
different finishes. When we're doing a transition to floors, it will not be an exact match.
No, it's not.
Especially if what we want to do is we want to have a special threads which are deeper and thicker, so we don't have those lines on the stairs. to get a perfect finish is almost impossible. There's, of course, ways to do that. We could
Correct.
use the same flooring and custom make each tread for the stairs, but understanding that there might be a slight difference and really like celebrating that instead of fighting it. I think it's part of that just natural element because even if it's luxury, even if it's laminated floors, right? We have that thicker, what do you
The
call it?
veneer, the veneer.
The veneer of our flooring is much thicker and it's real wood. So really celebrating the wood instead of fighting it. I think
Correct.
that's my biggest P when it comes to stairs and flooring in college. But maybe you
Yeah.
want to add something to
It
this.
was not going to be perfect. You can't expect a perfect transition from floor to stair. And some people can't get around that. They want it to be matchy. It's not always going to be match.
Matchy. It's like,
Hmm.
no, we don't do matchy. I
Yeah.
think when there's too much match, especially from design, it just feels like
Yeah.
everything's out of catalog. It has no soul, has no personality.
Well, it's the beauty of the variation of the wood, and it varies, and that's Mother Nature. It's not
It's
going to be
beautiful. It's
perfect.
beautiful. And each plank too.
Yeah.
Variation, some
Yeah.
knots, some issues, but that is what real material is. You
Correct.
cannot otherwise go with something that's luxury vinyl. You're gonna get it perfect
Well, that's
every
made in a laboratory, and it's not Mother Nature, so
for
it's
sure, for sure.
different. So, question for you: How do you think flooring? How do you think about flooring for a home or office or a reading nook?
Yeah, I personally love flooring to go throughout, and then really working with that space. So if we have flooring in the office and you have your chairs with the rolling chairs, make sure that we protect it. I mean, again, it comes back
Mhm.
to it is a natural material. It's never going to be as hard as stone or tile. So addressing it that way.
Correct, and think about it. Everybody's working from home now,
That's
so
right.
and you're going to need flooring for
Yeah,
sure.
and adding beautiful carpets. I mean,
Yeah,
there's so much ways to to layer and really celebrate the flooring.
correct.
So another topic that has been coming up for when we select and talk with our clients is radiant
Oh
heating.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So radiant heat is the rage now, and it's becoming more and more popular. It's super popular. 100% of our floors are radiant heat approved. And people don't understand that. They are radiant heat approved, but what you're trying to avoid by putting in radiant heat are those unsightly vents
That's right.
that go on your floor, the dust and the dirt. And you've seen all the commercials out there about the vent cleaning companies, and they scare you to death about the dirt and the mold and this, that, and the other down your vent. Well, guess what? Radiant heat eliminates all that.
And it's nice. It's like this even transition of heat. And this is what we feel heat from anyways,
Yeah,
from our feet. So if our feet are warm, everything feels
yeah,
warm.
the
It
heat
feels
radiates.
cozy and just so much better. You cannot like really like radiant heating is the way to go instead of trying to heat the air that heats the floor and the walls.
Exactly, but it's primarily only in new construction. So remodels,
A bit tougher. But
that's
everything
tough.
is doable, you know.
Well, it's all doable.
Everything is doable
Well, with somebody like you, I'm sure you could design it.
for sure. So,
Absolutely.
but it's good to know the DUCHATEAU flooring is
Radiant heat
radiant
approved.
heating approved, which is
100%.
really
Yes.
really
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. So do you have any advice for flooring in a rental or an investment
Oh
property?
yeah, for those I'm like, yep, luxury vinyl. Period.
LVP.
LVP. Sorry, but again, it does require care for natural wood. You just have to have maintenance,
Yeah.
and a lot of times when it's a rental, it just will
They're not
get
taking care of
that.
it.
No one cares
No.
about it. So again, it's if we can protect our investment in that sense, like yes, let's
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
luxury vinyl every day, all day.
Yep. That's true.
What is the biggest installation mistake that we see or you see, John, on the job site? You probably get a phone call. Hey, John, there's something wrong with the floor. You
Yeah.
have to come and see it, right?
Yeah, but most of my complaints are installation related, and it's either they didn't get the planks tight enough. You have gaps. They didn't let it acclimate long enough.
So what's acclimate? Some people don't know what acclimate. Like, let's just pause on that.
Ac- yeah,
How long do we need to do that?
yeah, acclimation. You need to get the wood basically up to room temperature within temperature and moisture. That's got to be equal to what's in the house. And if you don't do that, the planks are going to shrink and
Mhm.
expand inappropriately,
That's
and
right.
you're going to get gapping and warping and cupping and all sorts of problems.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's bad. So you need to probably 48 to 72 hours
Okay.
is what we
Which is
recommend.
not that much
No, no,
time,
no, no,
but it's like you don't want to have your floors delivered and you have guys already waiting for
no,
the flooring and start
no.
installing.
You're,
So
you're asking for a problem.
yes, you need to get the floors in, have them sit there, and then have fun.
Yeah. So that's probably the biggest thing. The other thing is that when you're installing wood and building a new house, get your trades out of there because you don't want the painters and the cabinet guys and working on top of that brand new floor
That's
because
right.
guess what? They will scratch it.
Yeah, no matter how much protection, like the idea is like
They scratch it.
Let's get it out. Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it in,
Yeah. And I understand there has to be work, mill work, trim work. Yes, I get it. But get most of your guys out of there.
yeah, the heavy lifting should be done.
Get the trades out of there. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. So how far in advance of move in should someone pick their flooring choice?
Well, I don't think we were talking about moving. If we're picking our floors before we're moving in, we're in trouble.
Yes.
I think it's more about like when do we start looking at flooring? And from design perspective, flooring is such a big thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge element. Paint on walls also important, but like we need to choose that before we start building everything else around. So if we have dark flooring, we are building complementary color, maybe lighting, carpet, maybe we're selecting things to really highlight the floor and work with the floors. We're looking at wood for cabinets. Or if you have lighter wood floors, that is super important before you start choosing cabinet colors. Because the worst thing when I walk into a home and it's like beautiful flooring, beautiful cabinets, but together it looks like blah.
Yeah.
It's almost matchy, but it's not matchy. It's like, what happened? And you probably don't want to have cabinets 100% matching. You need to have a bit of contrast. Contrast makes it feel luxurious. It feels nice. All blandish, mandy.
Well,
Not
yeah.
design.
And think about it. You're building your house from the floor up.
That's right.
Get that first, and then everything else will be complementary
That's right.
around that. Yes, absolutely.
So, John, we have one more question to ask you before we wrap up this sessions, and I think we had so much fun talking about flooring. And I think we covered pretty much all the major topics, but there's probably more that we can talk. And I'd love to have you back on our program
I'd
again.
love to be back.
Yes, well, thank you. So, if someone has a budget and they were to, have greater building floors, how much should they spend? Like, if they are really considering, should we just build their greater floors, or look at DUCHATEAU products? What would you tell them?
Yeah. Well, that's the problem because it typically is a race to the bottom. People always go, "What's the cheapest you got?" And then somebody like you or me needs to explain to them, "Well, you're going to have to replace this. You're getting what you pay for.
Yeah.
So if you do buy the cheapest floor and it fails in 2 to 3 years, well, guess what? It's going to cost you double because now you got to replace that, the baseboards, the cabinets, all that stuff. So if you can afford it, get the good veneer, get the 4 millimeter, get the oil finish, get the best you can afford. Because if you get the cheapo stuff, it will wear out and you will be replacing it. And it's going to cost you double.
Yep. So there you go. So invest right in the beginning, and the floors will take care of you naturally, right? How about that?
Correct.
So, again, thank you so much for being with us. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Please share this episode with someone you love and care, or someone that is thinking about remodeling. And hopefully it will help them make the right choice when it comes to flooring. Again, thank you so much. And John, thank you so much for
Thank
being with
you.
us. And our viewers, until we see you next time, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.